Secure Service Edge, or SSE, is one of the fastest growing areas in cybersecurity, and with good reason. It's fundamentally changing how companies secure their users, their data, and their applications in a cloud-first world. But here's the catch. Not all SSE solutions are created equal. Some platforms might promise a zero-trust framework, but skip over the core protections needed to make it a reality. Others are loaded with shiny, complex features that you'll never actually use. So today, we're going to break down the 5 must-have features that every SSE solution should include, whether you're a small business trying to secure a remote team or a global enterprise protecting thousands of users. The first non-negotiable feature is a unified cloud security stack. At its core, SSE is about convergence. It brings together 3 key services into a single cloud-delivered platform. If you're looking at a solution, it must have these 3 components working together seamlessly. First, a secure web gateway, or SWG. This filters and monitors all web traffic to block malware, phishing, and malicious content. The key here is that it works wherever your users are connecting from, whether they're in the office, at home, or in a coffee shop. Second, a Cloud Access Security Broker, or CASB. This service controls and secures access to all your SaaS apps. Think Microsoft 365, Salesforce, or Slack. It's also what prevents the rise of shadow IT, where employees use unauthorized apps without the company's knowledge. And third, Zero Trust Network Access, or ZTNA. This is the modern replacement for old-school VPNs. Instead of granting broad network access, ZTNA verifies every single user and every single device every single time before granting access to a specific application. If the platform you're considering doesn't unify all 3 of these, you're essentially just stitching together separate tools, and you lose the entire benefit of SSE, which is simplicity and cohesion. The second must-have feature is robust data loss prevention, often called DLP. DLP is what stands between your sensitive data and the outside world. It stops financial records, customer information, or valuable intellectual property from leaking outside your network, whether that happens by accident or with malicious intent. A strong SSE platform should include a few key DLP functions. It needs real-time scanning of data, both as it's moving across the network and while it's sitting at rest in the cloud. It should also have the ability to automatically classify sensitive data so it knows what to protect. And finally, it must be able to enforce policies across email, cloud applications, and file uploads. Without effective DLP, you might be securing your network, but you're leaving your data completely vulnerable. And for most businesses, data is the most valuable asset you have. Next up, you need deep visibility and advanced threat protection. The best SSE solutions go far beyond just blocking a list of bad websites. They use artificial intelligence and machine learning to detect unusual behavior, identify brand new types of malware, and stop zero-day threats before they can spread. A few key capabilities to look for here include behavioral analysis and anomaly detection to spot activity that deviates from the norm. You'll want integrated threat intelligence feeds that are constantly updated with the latest information on active threats. Another crucial feature is sandboxing, which lets the system safely detonate and analyze unknown files in an isolated environment. And finally, you need detailed visibility into all user activity, every device, and every application on your network. This level of intelligence ensures you're not just reacting to threats as they happen, you're staying one step ahead of them. Number 4 is a feature that's all about user experience, global performance, and scalability. Since SSE is delivered from the cloud, it's crucial that the provider has a large distributed global network. They need to have points of presence, or POPs, located close to where your users actually are. Why is this so important? Because security should never slow people down. A robust SSE solution has to provide low-latency access from anywhere in the world. It should be able to scale automatically as your workforce grows without any manual intervention. And it must handle remote workers, branch offices, and even IoT devices seamlessly.
If performance starts to lag, users will inevitably try to bypass security controls to get their work done faster, and that defeats the entire purpose of having the system in the first place. And finally, the fifth must-have feature is centralized visibility and policy control. Your SSE solution should offer a single management console, a single pane of glass to monitor traffic, set policies, review alerts, and manage users across every location in every device. Some key things to look out for are a unified dashboard with real-time analytics, policy templates that allow for quick and consistent deployment, and role-based access control, so you can define who on your team can do what. If your security team is juggling 5 different consoles or logging into multiple dashboards just to get a clear picture of what's happening, that's a major red flag. It's inefficient and a recipe for mistakes. So, to sum it all up, the best SSE platforms do more than just connect users securely. They protect your data, they detect threats proactively, they scale with your business, and they give you complete visibility from one central place. Before you sign a contract or even start a free trial, make sure any SSE solution you're considering checks these 5 boxes: a unified SWG, CASB, and ZTNA, built-in data loss prevention, AI-driven threat protection, global scale and performance, and centralized management. Get those 5 right, and you're not just buying another product. You're building a future-proof security foundation for your business. If you found this breakdown helpful, consider following the show for more deep dives into cybersecurity. And I'd really like to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 5 features do you think is the most important for your organization? Future-proof your security stock. SSE is the future.